Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise to Allah, we praise Him, we seek His help and forgiveness. We bear witness that there is no God except Allah, and we bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the messenger of Allah. Sheikh Yasser told me that he wants to make the weekend very full of lectures, and he said we need somebody to give a lecture in English. Of course, I'm not that qualified to give this lecture to the youth, but inshallah I'll try my best to give it to you, inshallah. We'll talk about a very important topic regarding the youth, the topic of peer pressure. Now, how many of you kids know what peer pressure means? Peer pressure. They don't teach you in the school? You do? What does it mean? Well, easy, yeah. Yes. As a person in school, there are kids around you, right? And you see them doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing it. But because everybody's around you is doing it, you think, "Khalas, I'll have to do it." It's not a problem if they're doing a good thing. That's it. Helping other people, helping the teachers. This is a good part or side of peer pressure. But the problem comes when they try to influence you to do something that's bad, something that's against our religion. Who could give me an example? You all go to school, right?
Yes.
What things you see in school that a lot of kids are doing and you know that you're not supposed to do it? Who could tell me? Go ahead. Go.
Not me.
Yeah, you.
Not praying.
Not praying. One. What other things? That's it? They don't just pray? Tell me, Yalla Yunus. What things they do in school that's bad? Nothing? Everything is good in school? Tell me one thing. Abdullah, tell me.
They cheat.
They cheat on the exams? MashaAllah. What else, Abdullah?
Lying.
They lie. What about the most, or one of the most dangerous things they do in school?
Abdullah not telling the dangerous one.
Go ahead, take it.
Fight.
They fight.
Some people bully.
They bully each other. And also they have boyfriends, girlfriends, especially when they go to higher grades. As a Muslim, you know you shouldn't be doing this. But sometimes, if you have a weak character, you get influenced to do it. So I have to do it. If I don't do it, they're gonna make fun of me. I'm gonna be the person bullied. So I have to do these things. But what's the reason you shouldn't be doing this? Why shouldn't you bully other people? Why shouldn't you be fighting? Why shouldn't you be having girlfriends or these things? What's the reason what do you think the main thing that prevents us from doing such things?
It's haram.
It's haram. Why is it haram? Because your father and your mother said so? They said it's haram, don't do it?
No.
Why is it haram? Who said it's haram? Go ahead.
لأنه الله قال لنا ما نفعل هذول.
Allah said we shouldn't be doing these things. Why? It's not for His own benefit, so for our own benefit. The limits of Allah helps us. Let's say if I give you a car, and I tell you this car, you could drive it. It's the latest model. It's a Cadillac 2018. It goes up to 200 miles an hour. It has electronics, CDs, everything. And you can drive it as fast as you can. Would you like to have this car?
Yeah.
Everybody would like it. You could go on the very long highway and drive. But let's say I told you there's a small issue with the car. The car doesn't have a brake. Would you drive that car?
No.
Fine. You can drive as much as you want. You can go 100, 200, 300 miles an hour. Why wouldn't you say I don't want this car? Why? What's the reason you don't want this car?
You can't stop.
You can't stop. So
You're gonna crash.
the limits of Allah Ta'ala, that Allah told us that are haram, is are like the brakes for the car. It's for our own safety. You might not know it now, but if you follow the laws of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, it's for your own benefit. If you go and you fight somebody, let's say you hit him and he falls and he hits his head and he dies. Just know how much problems you will have, how much problems your parents will have. You have to go to court and you killed a human being. All these things. If you grow older, I'll tell you, but like even boyfriends or girlfriends, there are a lot of problems that could happen. Maybe you're still young, I can't explain to you, but you will know when you grow up. These people, you think they're having fun. He has a girlfriend and oh, she has a boyfriend. But if you look at it, you look at the consequences, it's very, very bad consequences for you, for your family, for everybody. So these are the laws of Allah. Allah made us these laws to protect us. And you should pay attention. Don't say, I'm not going to do it because my father said, no, don't do it, or my mother said, don't do it. We don't do it because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gave us these laws to protect us. And you can see it everywhere. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, a woman and a man cannot be alone, or they cannot mix together. Of course you can do it in school for a purpose, in front of the people. But you can't do it in private. It says haram. You can't have to stay with a woman that's not related to you. You can stay with her in private. You see why? Then you see in the news every day now. This lady accuses this guy, he tried to do bad things to her. And they're not like simple people, like very famous people. People in the Congress, people in the acting, people in the sports. Then he discovered that the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He made us these laws to protect us. And we see it every day. If they are fair people, other people, non-Muslims, they will say, MashaAllah, Islam has the perfect laws. If we have the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing of these things will happen to us. Now, I could talk and talk, but I want to listen from the youth, the young people. Tell me, what's your concern? What bothers you most in life? When you go to school, when you go, do you think like you're a stranger? All these things are they're doing bad things, and I can't do these things. I don't feel free. How do you feel? Who could explain to us how does he feel? You're happy when you go to school, right?
No.
You're not happy? Why not?
I hate school.
Why do you hate school?
Learning.
Learning is good. So we can't say, okay, there's some bad stuff in school. We'll keep the kids at home. They don't go to school. No.
Why are drugs haram?
Good question. Drugs, are they haram or halal?
Haram.
What kind of drugs? He says drugs.
Bad.
Medicine.
Two kinds of drugs. There are medicines. This is halal. If you take it to treat. And there are some other things. They change your brain, change your mind. They're haram. Why are they haram? This is important topic, especially when you go to high school, junior high school. People will start to influence you to take drugs.
Some of them, they help you, like, to cure you. Some, they affect you.
Yes, they affect you. They make you do bad things. Like when you read the news, like some kids, they take drugs. They make them hallucinate, think crazy. Like they take a drug, they see his father, he thinks he's a monster, and he starts killing them. And some people even try to eat other people. Like I think it was in California, somebody took a drug, and he started eating another person, almost killed him. So drugs are haram, and especially when you go to school, you find a lot of people, maybe not in the
Elementary.
elementary school, but when you go to higher school, people will come to you, oh, take this drug, smoke, do hashish.
But all my friends smoke cigarettes and they're cool. Cigarettes are not haram.
Cigarettes are not haram? What do you think, is right or wrong?
Right.
Huh? Wrong, why? Right, why?
Cigarettes are haram because they affect you in a negative way.
You get addicted to them, they cause heart problems, they cause lung problems, they cause cancer, a lot of bad things.
But they make me cool.
He said they make him cool. You agree? Huh? Cigarettes make you cool?
No.
Why not? How do you smell when you smoke cigarettes? You smell nice?
No.
You smell bad, right? People sometimes, I come pregnant, a person next to me, he's, oh, cigarettes. I say, you shouldn't have come to the masjid, you should have prayed home. I'm not on me, it's sad me. Come here. I have a helper today. So let's talk about drugs. He's expert in drugs. Kill all my drugs.
As the brother mentioned, there's two types of drugs. There's the drugs that you find at a pharmacy. Do you guys know what a pharmacy is?
Yeah.
What's a pharmacy? Yes.
صيدلية.
Saidari. So a pharmacy is where you take your prescription after you go to the doctor. For example, if you have a cough, if you have a fever, if you have a headache, if you hurt yourself playing sports, you go to the doctor, he gives you a prescription, and you take it to the pharmacy. The pharmacy has drugs. Drugs are what you take to help your cough, to help your fever, to help your bruise that you hurt yourself during sports. But there are other types of drugs. You guys could hear them as street drugs. There's hashish, marijuana. There's alcohol, khamr, beer. There is other drugs, like the brother mentioned, that make you hallucinate and go crazy. There's so many different types of drugs. The drugs that you get at the pharmacy, they're beneficial. They help you if you're sick. The other drugs, they're not good because they cause disease. They cause you to do accidents. Like if you drink too much alcohol and you drive, you could get in a car accident. You could kill yourself or kill other people that are driving or walking in the streets. So what did you guys learn? What's good? The pharmacy drugs or the street drugs?
Pharmacy.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Which ones help you? Pharmacy drugs or street drugs?
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy. Okay, great. Everybody here goes to school, most of you guys. Right? Do you guys have friends?
Yes.
Everybody has friends, right?
Yeah.
What? This what?
There's a lot of people around.
Oh, yeah,
They need to come over.
You want?
No, the youth over here.
Oh,
Yeah, there's some over here, there's some over here. You need to call them up.
yeah, لو تسمحوا يا شباب قدموا. The guys in the back, the guys on the side, please.
They're shy.
No, don't be shy. So like I was saying, we all have friends. There's good friends and there's bad friends. Okay? I have a lot of friends. I went to school with a lot of friends, but not a lot of them are my friends now. Some of them are in jail, some of them died, some of them, nobody knows where they are. If you have friends, do you have to do everything they do?
No.
But they're not going to be your friends.
It's okay.
So you guys don't care, right? If they do something bad, you guys don't have to do it, right? You guys could find better friends. See, that's a good mentality. If you guys follow the bad people, you guys are going to do bad stuff.
Like a crackhead.
Yep, like there's friends that smoke crack or do alcohol or that. These things are very bad and they're against the law. Do you guys know what's the age that you have to be to buy cigarettes?
18. 18.
18. Do you know the age where you have to be to buy alcohol?
21.
21.
21. But there's a lot of young students, young boys and girls that buy them at your age, and that's very bad. First thing you have to know, it's haram because you're a Muslim and these are forbidden. You're not supposed to do these stuff. Second thing, it's a bad influence for you and your brothers and your colleagues and anybody that sees you that is younger than you. Do you guys have any questions regarding these topics? No. Do you guys know what behavior means?
Yeah.
Do you guys know what citizenship in school, when they say your citizenship is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Yeah.
So it means how you behave in class, right? Or in school. What's good? Citizenship of 5 or 1?
1.
1. 1 means you behave, you do your work, you don't have your cell phone out, you don't talk too much. A 5 means you misbehave. You do a lot of bad stuff in school. It could be anything. It could be you're talking, you're not following directions, and etc. So as a Muslim, you're supposed to know and learn your behaviors at home. Because the behaviors you're taught at home, it reflects you wherever you go. To get a job, to go, your behaviors in school, outside of school, etc. People that have bad behaviors, do you think they get good jobs?
No.
No, right? Why?
Because they don't follow directions.
Because they don't follow. If you misbehave, it means you don't follow directions. You do anything that is wrong and not right. So you could your dream job, you cannot get it because you misbehave. Your citizenship is not good. So when your parents are telling you at home, put your cell phones away, turn off the TV, do your homework, read a book, are you supposed to follow directions?
Yeah.
If you follow directions at home with your parents, do you think you're going to follow directions in school?
Yeah.
See? That's the reflection. You know when you see yourself in the mirror?
Yeah.
It's called a reflection. You see yourself through the mirror, so you call it, this is my reflection. So the reflection that you do at home, you're going to do the same in school. So you listen to your parents, you listen to your teachers, you listen to anybody older than you. If your behavior is good while you're young and you continue it, you'll be very successful. Most of the successful people in life are polite. When they talk with a nice tone. Their criminal record, do you know what a criminal record is?
Yes.
Who said yes? You? What is it?
Like, it shows what kind of crimes you've done before and bad stuff.
So there's a record in school. You know how you have report cards and behavior and etc.? That's in school. Outside of school, you have what they call a criminal record. So wherever you go in life, there's always a folder that follows you. Your criminal record could start at the age of 16 if you do a big crime. And your goal in life is to have a very clean criminal record. You didn't hurt anybody, you didn't steal, you didn't with your parents, and etc. So the goal of life is, while you're at this age, all the way until you grow up, to always have a criminal record. Even after you become an adult, always have a good criminal record. Yes?
You know when you said you gotta listen to people that is bigger than you?
Yes.
Not all people, because some people do bad stuff.
Yes, yeah, and we go back to you choosing your friends. If you see a person do something bad, you're not gonna do what he does. You know, you have your own brain. You're supposed to think. So if an older person comes and tells you, hey, come here, you want a cigarette? You tell them no, and you run away or walk away, go tell your parents, that person told me if I want to have a cigarette. But see, in Islam we're taught that we're supposed to respect our elders. And you have a good point. What if our elder is a bad influence? In the family or outside the family, you go to your parents. Your parents know what's best. You guys have any other questions? Do you guys play sports?
Yeah.
You guys do? What sports?
Soccer.
Soccer? Anybody plays basketball? Baseball? Football?
وارفع الكلمه دي خبط بدنا كلمه شو عربي نفهمها
الدرس لهم
ايش يعني ساعه ساعه
لهم قبل امس لك
لا ساعه ساعه
لا ندرسهم يا عم على الآداب. قلنا لهم الحالة دي هم فيها في البيت، الأدب دي يتعلموها في البيت، والتربية حق البيت يأخذوها معاهم وين ما يصيروا في الحياة. إذا تربيتهم بالبيت زفت هيصيروا للمدرسة ويقلوا أدبهم، لكن إذا التربية بالبيت حلا يصيروا للمدرسة متأدبين. لكن سبحان الله في بعض آباء يربوا عيالهم تربية جيدة جدا ويصير للمدرسة ابنه ولا بنته وقلي أدبه. هل أنت الغلطان ولا الأم؟ نو. فهمناهم إنه في معاهم أصدقاء دي مصالحين. في مثل في العربية الصاحب صاحب.
جاهل.
Yeah. Your friend could pull you by your neck all the way into your grave with all bad stuff. Or your friend could lift you up all the way until you become very successful. So choose who's good. وفهمناهم على أنواع العلاجات في المخدرات دي يأخذوا في الصيدلية دي يستفيدوا منها والأدوية وفي المخدرات في الشوارع دي تأثر عليهم.
نرجع للرياضة.
Yes.
Well, the problem is knowing between who's good and who's bad.
What is it?
The problem is knowing who to pick, who's good and who's bad. How you know which ones are good.
Okay. So if you have a friend that passes all of his exams, do you want to be his friend?
Yes.
Because you're going to learn. What does he do to pass all of his exams?
He studies.
Study.
To study. So you go and you study with him. What if you have a friend that loves to party and do drugs and stay out all night and don't do their homework? Do you want to be their friend?
No.
But they're cool. Everybody's their friend. Why don't you want to be their friend?
If you don't do your homework or study, you can be dumb.
Yes. So you have to always think ahead. Always think ahead. In order for you to be successful, you have to have goals. So today, you say, you know what, when I grow up, I'm going to be a doctor. So if you want to be a doctor when you grow up, you have to have very good grades, very good behavior. Like I mentioned, your criminal record has to be good. And if you follow all these, you could be whatever you want. But again, like you said, who's good, who's bad, it's your own judgment. You have to think. Is this person good? Is his actions going to reflect on me? Because if you go out with your friends and they do drugs or do illegal stuff and the cop pulls you over, you will go to jail too. So you have to be careful who are you with at all times. Because you could get in trouble even though you didn't do nothing. Back to sports. Sports are very good. Sports keep you in shape and keep you healthy. Do you guys know what obese means? Obesity?
Like when you gain weight.
Yeah. So obesity means a very big chubby guy that is not healthy. Maybe like 300, 400 pounds. Have you guys seen a person like that?
Yeah.
Like maybe this big. Do you guys want to be that big?
No.
Do you guys know what happens if you're that big?
No.
You have leg problems, joints, you have heart problems, you have cholesterol. Your health is very bad. What can that person do to be healthy?
Exercise.
Exercise.
Go for running.
Go for running.
Drive a bike.
Yes. Eat healthy stuff.
Drive a bike.
Drive a bike.
Diet.
Diet. So see, you guys know all these. But do you guys follow all these? Do you guys eat healthy?
Sometimes.
You have to make sure when your parents give you fruits and vegetables at home, make sure you eat them. Those are very healthy. Everybody wants to have big, nice muscles, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go to the gym, have a nice six-pack, you know, have strong legs. But that doesn't come easy. Yeah. You have to eat healthy. You know, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, a lot of exercise. So make sure you keep exercising. And exercise is very good for you for school. Because if you are involved in sports and after-school activities, and you're involved in the school, you're involved with good people. Because these people are doing fun things, and they stay in school. Instead of being in the streets doing nothing, only if you're in a park playing or with your friends. Video games, it's okay, you could play video games, there's nothing bad about it. But don't do it every day, once a week, twice a week, it's okay. But do you want to sit on your butt and just eat snacks and play video games all day and be chubby? No. So make sure you play sports. Do you guys know if you guys play sports and you guys go home and do your homework, when you guys sleep very good. Exercise helps you with sleep. It helps you pass your exams because your brain has been exercising every day. So it's good not only for your health, it's good for the way you sleep, the way you study, the way you do your exams in school, and etc. What else do you guys want to talk about?
Brother Shemmakhh, I have a topic. A lot of kids, they think, or they don't pay attention to their studies, and they just think, I'll just finish school and go work in a gas station with my father or my family, and they have no ambitions, no dreams to reach a higher level. What do you tell them?
Do you guys know what dreams are?
Yeah.
What are dreams? You guys could shout it out. What do you want to be in life, right? So you could have a dream about anything, what you want to eat, dreams of what type of car you want, a dream of what type of wife you want to have in the future, a dream of what type of job, and etc. So a dream is something that comes to you and you think about it. So I want this. Do you guys know what you want to be when you guys grow up?
Yeah.
What do you want to be?
Dentist.
Dentist. What do you want to be? Soccer player. What do you want to be? What do you want to be?
Mechanic.
Mechanic. What do you want to be?
Doctor.
What do you want to be? How about you? Doctor. What do you want to be? Huh?
Doctor.
Doctor. What is it? Police officer. Great. What do you want to be? Soccer player. You. Engineer. You. Doctor. You. You'll know one day. Young kid, what do you want to be? So see, everybody wants to be something big. Being a doctor, being an engineer, being a soccer player, it doesn't come easy. So even if your dad is very rich, let's say your dad owns a big business. Your dad is very wealthy. Do you still have to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Why?
You follow your own dreams.
Because your dad was not rich when he was born, right?
Yeah.
Your dad has had to work hard in order to become rich. One day you could become poor. So if you say, no, I'm not going to be a doctor because my dad is rich, one day comes your dad is poor. Means you're poor. You can't do nothing. You have to work at a job like a gas station, McDonald's, Burger King, a dollar store. Do you guys want these jobs?
No.
Do you guys know how much they pay? Like $8, $9 an hour. You know how much a doctor gets an hour? $80, $100 or more. A mechanic, a soccer player makes almost $1 million a year. So if you have a dream, make sure you follow your dream. And in order to follow your dream, you have to be successful in school. School is the most important thing. As you guys grow up, you guys are going to see that knowledge is the most beautiful thing in the world. The more you know, the more you could do. So if your goal is to graduate high school and go to college, graduate from college, become a doctor, an engineer, a dentist, a soccer player, whatever, make sure you keep following those goals. You know what I used to do when I was your age? I used to write. I used to say, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. I want to be a doctor because so-and-so. I want to make this much money. Write it down. Write your dreams so you always know. If you change your dreams, it's okay. But make sure that by the time you become an adult, you've done something with your life. Don't just graduate high school. High school it's a start of a new beginning. When you graduate high school, you could get a job, but it won't pay a lot. It won't pay like $9 an hour. But if you go to college for 4 years, 6 years, you could get a way better job. So always have a goal to go to college and continue your education even after high school. Even if your dad has a gas station, if your dad has a nice house, a nice car, that's your dad's. Your dad earned it. Your dad worked very hard to earn what he had. You can't just come and take it. You have to work hard too. That's why your parents always teaches you to work very hard to be successful for yourself. And they will help you. Your dad is rich, he will help you pay for your college. Your dad has money, your dad will buy you a nice car if you have good grades. So what's the most important thing in the world? Knowledge. With knowledge, you have power. And with power, you have a lot of responsibilities. Because with power, your responsibilities, you could become a doctor. And your responsibilities are to take care of people. You know, if a person is sick, you have to make sure you help them to become better. If you have to do a surgery, a heart surgery, any type of surgery, you have to make sure you do it right so you don't kill the guy. If you're a soccer player, you have to make sure that you don't injure yourself. A dentist, same thing. An engineer, same thing. So with knowledge, you could become anything. Does anybody want to become a president of the United States one day? Yeah. You could become a president. You guys could be the president of all 50 states. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You have your own airplane, own car, you have bodyguards and everything. But becoming a president is not very easy.
To be clear.
You have to be very smart, you have to be good in your speech. You have to have a good history, and you have to have a degree. Without a degree in this life, you cannot be anything. Yes?
Can you have two jobs?
Yes. I have friends that he's a doctor, he's a lawyer, and he's a lawyer. He's a doctor, and he's a businessman. He has 3 degrees. He went to school for like 18 years. After high school, he got his law degree. After becoming a lawyer, he went back to school. He became a doctor. After becoming a doctor, he got his business degree. So you could be whatever you want. You could have 20 degrees. Just make sure you go to school. Is there any other topics you guys want to talk about?
I was talking about a dream. Do you always have to have a backup plan?
Yep, always have a backup plan. If plan A didn't work, have a plan B. Like you said, if you worked very hard to become a doctor, it doesn't mean you quit. Try something else. Maybe you could become a very successful lawyer or a businessman. Never quit. You know who quits? Losers. You guys want to be losers?
No.
You guys want to be winners, right?
Yeah.
If you guys want to win in life, you have to have knowledge. Without knowledge, you cannot do anything.
Brother Shemmakhh, some kids, they choose what they want to be based on their parents' desire. Like his father tell him, I want you to be a doctor. Then he says, I have to be a doctor. Can you talk about this for the kids? Should they follow their parents' desire or what they like or their own dreams?
كثير الآباء يوم ابنه كبير ولا يشرع يدرس يقول لها لازم تبقى دكتور ولا مهندس ولا محامي، ويعقد بالولاد طول عمره يقول له لازم تبقى الشيء هذا. بعض الاولاد يجي يقول لابوه يا ابا هشتي ان انا العب كره قدم، يقول له لا هات ما فيش كره قدم ابقى دكتور، كره القدم مشيت خارجه. لا والشيء هذا خطا، لازم انه الاباء انهم يشجعوا الطفل باي طموحات يشتهي، لانه هيوصل لعمر ويعرف الصح من الغلط ويعرف الشيء اللي يستفيد منها زياده. مش غلط، ما فيهاش غلط انه الطفل يكبر ويشتهي انه يلعب كره قدم طول عمره. في لاعبين كره قدم تخرجوا بشهاده التجاره، دخل بالسنه مليون 3 مليون دولار، ما فيش ماشي. الطفل من العمر 4 سنين لما يتخرج لازم التشجيع، ما تحددوش انت لازم تبقى كذا ولا كذا ولا كذا، خلوه يدرس ويختار الشيء دي يناسبه ولا دي يعجبه. بنفس الوقت تنصحه تقول له الفرق بين الدكتور واللعاب كذا، ولا الفرق بين ذي السن والمهندس كذا، روهم الفرق، لا تحطوش الصميم عليهم تقول لازم تدرس وتبقى دكتور ولا خرج اشتغل لك بالمحطة. What did I just say? I was talking about how parents tell their kids what to be when they grow up. Like if your dad tells you you have to be a doctor or a dentist or a lawyer. One thing you have to know, your parents want what's best for you. They choose these because they're the most popular, most famous careers. But do you have to listen to your parents when it comes to your career? No. But talk to them and see why they chose that for you. You could be whatever you want when you grow up. You just make sure it's something successful. Talk with your parents. Tell them I want to be whatever you want to be, and tell them why. And if your communication skills with your parents is very good, they will help you all the way through your life. Until you become an old guy, they will still help you. So always have good communications with your parents and choose whatever you want to be when you grow up. Just make sure it's something successful. Yes?
Like, if you want to be like your dad because you like the job that he has.
And everybody wants to be like their dad because everybody's dad is amazing. See, our parents, they raised us, they gave us nice clothes, they fed us, we have a nice home. Being a father or a mother is the hardest job in the world. In the world, no job is as hard as being a parent. Okay, if your father works at a gas station, do you want to be like your father and work at a gas station? No, it's not bad that you don't want to be like your father. Your father worked very hard for you to be successful, to be better than him. Every father always tells his son or daughter, I want you to be better than me. And so you always have to have a higher goal than your parents. Yes?
The parents' job is the hardest job in the world.
I don't know if there's a job that you have to work 24 hours.
A doctor?
No.
Pizza man?
No. What job that you have to work 24 hours?
Oh, I know it.
Pilot.
Parent.
Pilot?
Parent.
Gas station?
Parent.
Who? What?
Police officer?
No. Oh, who? Yeah.
Parent.
Parents. Parents is the only job that has to work 24 hours. So that's a lot of, that's the whole day. So they have to feed you, they have to clothe you, they have to clean the house, your dad has to go to work, come back, take care of you, help you with your homework, put you to sleep, wake up the next day, do the same thing. But a doctor works 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, same with a dentist, a pilot, everything. Their jobs are limited. They have a limit to their job, but a parent does not have a limit. They work every single day, 7 days a week. So that's why you're supposed to love and respect your parents. Always listen to your parents. They always know what's best for you.
Sometimes they don't work 24 hours a day. Because
You think they don't. When you were born, when you were 1 month old, you cried every 2 hours, maybe. Your mom had to give you a bottle every 2 hours. Change your diapers every hour, maybe. You woke her up at 3 in the morning, at 4, at 5, at 6. You never slept. You cried like a baby. Every single day. So she worked 24 hours.
I know, but sometimes some parents, when their kids are big enough to cook or clean the house, they let them and they stay.
See, when you grow up, your parents teach you responsibilities. Does anybody have chores?
Yeah?
You guys know what chores are?
Yeah.
What are chores?
Like help out.
Like times that you work.
Okay, at home. Yeah.
Like take out the garbage.
Yeah. في نقطة دي اليمنيين ما يعملوها زيادة. الحين الأمريكين يوم ابنهم ولا بنتهم وصلوا للعمر 6 سنين 7 8 يدوا لهم أشغال في البيت يعملوها. الولد لازم إنه يخرج الكابش يومي، وبيوم الجمعة يخرج للجاربج مان يجي ياخذه، ولا يساعد بالبيت بأشغال بسيطة. فهمت؟ كثير اليمني ما يعملوا الشيء هذا، يخلي عمره 6 7 8 ما يعلمش الاشياء هذا، والاشياء هذه مهمه جدا. النظافه من الايمان. اذا علمت ابنك النظافه بالعمر الصغير، انه خذ هذا من القاع للقمامه وخذ القمامه للشارع، يتعود عليها دائما. لما يكبر يستمر عليها ويعلم عياله. انا كثير في معي اصدقاء عمره 17 18 ما يرضيش يخرج الكابش لانه 17 سنه وهو ما خرج شيء، لكن مثلا الحين يوقع عمره 18 قابل لا يعمله. ماشي يقول لا مشتيش معناش ولا تعبان ولا ما تعودش. مش انه ما تعودش انه يحمله، ما تعودش بعقله انه بهذا الوقت هذا عملي لازم اخرجه. الاب شباب ولا عجوز. والشيء هذا جميل جدا ان نحن نعلم الاطفال يقام بالسن ال6 السنه انه مطلع نعطيهم يدعوا له بالامريكي تشورز، انت تعمل العمل هذا وانت هذا والبنت الصغيره تعمل هذا. يتعلموا الريسبونسبيلتيز اللي اذا يصيروا المدرسه ولا شيء يشوفوا اشياء زي هذا يعملوها. اذا يلقوا حاجه في القاع حتى بالشارع يلقوا حاجه يرفعوا يزاودوا عن القمام. النظافه من الايمان، الاسلام درسنا النظافه. So chores are very very important, guys. Make sure you help your parents around the house. Take out the trash, clean your bedroom, do your bed, clean up after your toys and video games. Do you guys do chores?
Yeah, I do.
If you guys don't, when you guys go home today, ask your mom and dad what can you do to help them around the house. And they'll tell you.
What if there's nothing?
There is always something.
Somebody else is doing it.
Yeah, there's always something. Even if there's somebody doing it, help that person.
Who cleans the dishes in your house? You?
If your mom cleans the dishes, grab a chair, get up and help her. She could wash them, you could dry them. Always help your parents. Is there any other topics you guys want to talk about?
الشباب
How
you can help, like, as a student, how you can help yourself to study? If you have problem with the study or something.
If you guys have problems studying, as I mentioned, eating healthy, exercising, these two are very important. Another thing is reading. Who loves to read? Reading is very, very important. You have to read every day for at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes, every single day. Because when you read, you You guys know what vocabulary words are?
Yeah.
Your vocabulary bank expands. So you know a lot of words. So reading is very important.
What about writing? Not only writing deep.
Yeah, if you guys read and your vocabulary is very good, your writing will improve because you guys are going to use better words, big words. Okay? To help you study, like we said, exercise, eat healthy, reading. Don't wait till the last minute to study. When the teacher tells you go home and study your math work, your reading homework, your language arts, English, listen to her. Go home for a half an hour, study, and then go to sleep. Because if you study before your exam, every day, when you take your exam, you will pass. Because you study. But if you study the last minute, it's going to be so hard. You're going to be flipping the pages. You're going to be so confused. You're not going to know what to study. Don't wait till the last minute to study.
If you need help with your work, you can even come to the masjid, ask for help, and find somebody to help you out.
I had to take a very hard exam last year. And I didn't pass it the first time, but I passed it the second time. You guys know why I passed it the second time? I studied harder, and I came to the masjid every day for 1 month. And people in the masjid helped me. So there's people in the mosque that can help you. Do you guys know what Hope is, or after school?
Yeah.
Join those. If you have a hard time with math work, reading, go to Hope. Go to there's after school classes. Let the teachers help you. Let your friends help you. Don't just go straight home if you need help with your homework. Because if you go home and nobody's going to help you, you go back the next day, you still don't know. Always ask for help. It's not embarrassing to ask for help.
Brother Ahmad, some parents forbid some things for the kids, like iPhone, watching video games, movies. Do you think it is bad for the kids?
Do you guys know what a cell phone is, or an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yes. When I was your age, I didn't know what they were. They didn't exist. When I was your age, all I knew is a bike, basketball, rollerblades, baseball bat, a park. Okay? The bad thing about the generation now is technology is taking over. Technology is very good. You're supposed to be very smart and ready to use technology because that's how life is going to be from now until you guys grow up. Technology is not bad. But when you guys use your cell phones every day or play video games every day or watch TV every day, that's very bad. You have to have a limit. You have to have schedules. Do you guys know what schedules are?
Yeah.
You know how like your school schedule, first hour you go to this teacher, second hour this teacher. All day you have a schedule. And then lunch and then recess. So when you go home, you're supposed to have a schedule. You go home, you eat, you do your homework, if you want to play video games afterwards, and then you go to sleep. Limit yourself with cell phones or games and etc. It's not good.
What is the side effects? Tell them the side effects.
Side effects, if you're always on your phone or you're on your game, it's bad for your vision. It's very bad. And also, it's bad when you go to sleep, it's hard for you to sleep, it affects your sleep. It affects your studying. So if you're on your phone for 2 hours, 3 hours, you lost your time of studying. So you're supposed to have times to use your phone, times to watch TV and etc., and time to study. Not everything, you're not supposed to do one thing your whole day. الموضوع اللي تكلمنا عليه انه كثير الآباء علي ماذا انه ابني يصير يقول له اشتري له ايفون. اشتري ايفون ولا ايفون يجلس يتشاتم هو ولا ما يصير يدي له ايفون. قبل 15 سنة ما كانش الموضوع عادة ما كانش موجود. ما كانش فيه تلفونات. إذا عندكم حافظين كثيركم كنتم تستعملوا التلفونات بعد الساعة 9 لأنه بلاش. قبل الساعة 9 كنتم تدفعوا. صح ولا غلط؟ علي ماذا أتكلم لك كم شيء له. كانت التربية زمان تختلف. كان الحياة من قبل تختلف جدا. ما كان شباب يشتري تلفون ويدي لابنه بعمر 6 سنين ولا تابلت ولا كمبيوتر. لا، علي ماذا يتشاتمون قال اشتري تلفون ولا تلفزيون بغرفتي ولا شيء وصار ودي له. ما في ايش مشكله، اشتري لابنك التلفون، اشتري لابنك التلفزيون الجيم. لازم انه الجهد حقه يرويك انه يستاهل الشيء هذا. مش ابني راسب بالمدرسه عمره 14 سنه 16 سنه وصار اشتري لي تلفون $900. زد ضيعت ابنك. قل لابنك اوكي اشتري لك التلفون حتى لو هو ب5000، لكن ادري شهاده وروي المجهود حقه، لانه ذا يجتهد وتشجعه يجتهد طول عمره. لكن انت تدري التلفون وراسب يقول السياره هتجي وانا راسب، المراه هتجي وانا راسب، فانا مو علي. ها؟ وانه يزودوا وانه عدل يشتري عليه. الايام هذه التكنولوجيا تغيرت. المعيشه الان كلها بالتكنولوجيا. السياره الان قاعده تسوق حالها. الكمبيوترات مهمه جدا. كنا من قبل يوم كان عمري 6 سنين كنت اتروح بالشنطه داخله 3-4 كتب. الايام هذا ما فيش كتب لانه كل شيء بالكمبيوتر. مش غلط انك تشتري لك كمبيوتر للبيت وتعلمه، لانه اذا ما تعلمش بالبيت مش هو يفهمها بالمدرسه. والتلفون نفس الشيء. حددوا اوقات التلفونات والكمبيوترات والتلفزيون والخرجه والدخله، وهذا كله يرجع لادب البيت. اذا الادب تمام صالح كل شيء صالح. لا تحرموش عيالكم، لا تحرموهمش باي شيء، لكن اعطوهم الشيء تشكيل. ايوه، ادي لك شهاده كلها اوان، ادي له شيء مش غلط.
لا اله الا الله.
لانه سبحان الله طريقه بعد انا عمري الان 25 سنه ونتكلم كلكم مقام هؤلاء لكن المعيشه الايام تختلف جدا جدا، والاطفال لازم يفهموا انه لازم يحددوا اوقاتهم اليوم كامل. من بعد المدرسه لازم يتروح ياكل يذاكر يلعب له شوي وينوم، مش يجلس ابوه مخزن ويجلس يخزن وياه للساعه 2 الفجر ونام وقام الصبح وهذول الولاد يقوم. النوم الساعه 9:30 مهمه جدا. جربوها وانتم ما تشوفوا. نوموا الساعه 9:30 وانتم ما تشوفوا يوم تقوموا مرتاحين ولا ما فيش اي تعب الساعه 6 الفجر. واذا انتم تعودوا عيالكم يقوموا للمدرسه وهم مرتاحين، مش يوصلوا لاول حصه وعادوا لنا. شدوا بوقت النوم، وقت النوم مهم جدا. يس.
هذا طبعا وقت النوم الذي يحط الساعة 9، هذا في الدراسة بس، ويوم العطلة حتى نفسه.
بأيام العطلة it's okay if you sleep at 10, 11, then you still need energy the next day. إذا أنت تنوم 3-4 in the morning, you're not going to have enough energy the next day. You're going to be sleepy. So always sleep early so you have. ايوه يا نو داوي يتحير ساعه ساعتين وهو مع الاسره ولا مع اصحابه ما فيش مشكله، لكن لازم انه يعرف انه اليوم الثاني معه عمل معه دراسه معه شيء. So what did you guys learn from today's lecture? What? Yes.
إحنا ما نصاحبش bad friends.
Bad friends. Okay. Yes.
Bad drugs and good drugs.
What is it?
Bad drugs and good drugs.
Yes. What else? What else did you guys learn today? Yes.
We have to do a list to do today. Like watch TV for an hour and then turn it off.
So limit your activities throughout the day. Yes.
Listen to your parents.
Listen to your parents. Yes.
Follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams. Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Study hard.
Yes.
Study hard.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Be what you want to be.
Yes.
Be active.
Yes. And what's the most important thing? Yes.
Play sports.
Knowledge. You have to be very, very smart and go to school.
How
Without
to
school,
do that? How to do that? Organize yourself.
in order to be successful and very smart, like I told you, you have to have schedules throughout your day. Yes. Al-Walad, the person next to you, he had his hand raised. Did you want to say something? No? Okay. Yes.
But this knowledge is going to help me in dunya and akhirah too?
Yes. Yes.
If I am very good doctor, very good engineer, lawyer, or Muslim, and I don't pray.
No.
Read Quran.
See, if you're very smart and you're very rich, you have everything in the world. Everything. You have the nice cars, nice house, you have the nice job, and you don't pray, and you don't give the poor, and you don't listen to your parents, it's going to be very hard for you to go to Jannah. Very, very hard. See, Islam teaches you to be successful in life. It teaches you knowledge. It teaches you patience. It teaches you to be a good person. And in order for you to do all these, like the brother said, you have to follow the laws of Islam. You have to pray. You have to listen to your parents, listen to your elders. You have to go to school. Being very smart is very important. Knowledge is very important in Islam, because with knowledge, you could help people. Without knowledge, you can't. Praying is very important. You guys, everybody said they want to be successful in life, right? You guys know what's one thing, and it's very easy, that you guys have to do in order for you to be successful? What?
Ta'at Allah.
Ta'at Allah. And if you have ta'at Allah, you pray every single day. If you pray every single day and you communicate with Allah with dua, Allah will give you anything you want. He will make things very, very easy for you. Your goal is to die as a Muslim. That's one thing. Second thing, before you die, make sure you have something that you left behind. You know how we mentioned knowledge?
Yes.
Your knowledge is going to be left behind. Whatever, how smart you are is left behind. Because now your kids are smart, your friends are smart. If you had a clinic, a pharmacy, a business, and they work very good and they help people, that all goes towards your egg. And the more egg you have, the better you are when you die. And your egg continues even after you die. You guys know that, right?
Yes.
Very good question.
Does anyone have any questions? Don't be shy. If you have any questions you want to ask, Yalla. Good question.
Why do people
Litter?
because there's no garbages next to them.
No, there's garbages everywhere. Isn't there a garbage outside? When you guys go out from this door, there's a garbage. When you guys walk in the street, there's a
They're
garbage.
lazy. They're lazy.
They're lazy, and if you're a Muslim, as a Muslim, you're taught to be clean. You're taught to clean your house from inside out. If your neighbor needs help cleaning, clean around their house. In school, if there's anything on the ground, trash, clean it. Wherever you go, you clean. Then this world is all Allah's, right?
Yes.
You have to keep it clean. So the reason why people litter is not, it doesn't make them a very, very bad person, but just a little bit. They're a little bit bad people.
Yeah, it's up to their
And they're
quality.
lazy.
It adds up to their quality.
Yeah, the quality of life. If you're dirty outside, you know what it tells me? You're dirty at your house. If I go in your car and your car is dirty, I don't want to come to your house. Your bathroom is going to be dirty. Your house is going to be dirty. If your clothes are dirty, it doesn't make you a bad person, but you're supposed to be clean. You're supposed to represent yourself outside and inside your home. Your mom works very hard to clean the house, right? So why do you go home and dirty the whole place? Do you think that's fair?
No.
So if you guys go home today and you guys see your mom cleaning the house, what will you guys do? Help her. Would you guys do it only for today?
No.
Do it every single day. Because your mom is going to be old one day, right? See, you're born as an infant, a very small infant. And you grow up. As you grow up, your parents are the ones helping you grow up and teaching you, right? When you get old, very, very old, you become very sick, very tired. You know what happens? You become a child. You become a kid. All the way until the day you die. So if your parents raised you and took care of you until you became an adult, it's your chance to take care of them until they leave.